no more previews, no more promotion. Snow White is finally here, and well, we got an updated projection for the weekend, and yeah, like I said, man, it's looking like the Marvels. It's looking more like the Marvels than Captain America Brave New World, okay? And for everybody that's out there saying, oh, you don't know, you can't tell how bad this is going to be because walk-up business from families, that's normally what it's going to be. No, because now we have reviews from people that have actually seen it on Thursday. We have heard outside of the social media spin that Disney bought and paid for that, hey, actually, it's pretty good. No, we got first-hand accounts of this, and I've heard a couple of reviews, and I don't want to get into specifics or anything like that, mostly because I haven't heard a breakdown. Okay, we'll likely talk about it next week after we do our autopsy on the box office over the weekend, because it's gonna be bad. Because yeah, when we last talked about the projections, and we've been here since it was somewhere around 70, and then it was somewhere around 50, 55, and then earlier this week, wasn't it like 50, somewhere in on and around? And yeah, it's gone even lower than that. Check this out. Box office expectations for the Walt Disney Company's live-action Snow White film starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot are in the toilet. Sean Robbins at Box Office Theory, who went from 70 to 55 and is now sitting, predicts the film will only gross $42 million in its opening weekend. Remember, the Marvels, $44 million opening weekend. Oopsie daisy. And that's down, at $200,000 from 5 days ago and $14 million from 5 weeks ago. He also predicted the film will gross at a total of just $113 million at the domestic box office during its entire run. You're expecting a 2.5 and change multiplier. Oh, especially with word of mouth on this one being what it is. I don't see it. Anthony D'Alessandro and Nancy Tartaglione at Deadline. You should have just said a Deadline, okay, are a little bit more optimistic than Robbins, predicting the film will gross between 45 and 50 million. But yeah, that was also what Sean Robbins had at the beginning of the week, and add another $55 million internationally for a global gross around $100 million. Yeah, I could see Disney cooking the books a little bit and coming out with a $100 million opening weekend, but bro, we are finally hearing it from the access media, okay? Like this is from the shills who have been running puff piece after puff piece for this toxic bitch. Now finally putting pen to paper and 46%. And it gets even worse than that. Yo, check this out. This is 27% from top critics. Oh, that's 41 top critics, right? 143 reviews are in, and nobody likes this shit. Like, we're just taking a look, okay? Because that right there is Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, they're going to do what they do on this one. So, of course, right? Like, this is the people. Okay, so 46% of reviewers give it a 6 out of 10 or better. Okay, but you take a look at this a little bit more closely. Okay, and even a positive review. The visuals are duly spectacular. Bro, come on, we can at least look at the trailers and go, ooh, this is some Uncanny Valley shit at best, and then just horrifically awful at worst, because, at least from what I'm hearing, right, from a couple of people that are out there, don't want to get into specifics, nothing looks real, nothing looks like it's actually been shot on a set. Rather, everything looks CGI, and CGI from Disney in recent years, not exactly looking all that great. And again, you could just run back any of those trailers and all of it looks horrific, from the little woodland creatures all the way to those nightmare fueling dwarves. All of it looks bad, so I already just don't believe you. But this reimagined Snow White is missing one vital element: magic. What a worthless fucking review. And he even gave it a 3 out of 5, okay? He thought that it was, that's 6 out of 10, and that gives you a positive outlook on the movie. That certifies it fresh for you. See why Rotten Tomatoes is so stupid? Okay, gloss prevails over heart in nearly every scene, and the plot beats feels contrived, and that's from the Wall Street Journal. 50% from The Nightly. Okay, it's too cheesy, over the top, and too visually flat while brimming over with hyperactive theater kids energy that's better suited for a Disney Princess cruise ship show. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Approach Snow White with the kindness it deserves. Absolutely not. When she wishes me to never know peace, she can go fuck herself. Of all the Disney princesses to revisit, Snow White was the biggest gamble, and unfortunately, it doesn't really pay off. Certified fresh. So even the positive reviews are scathing. Okay? And Snow White bombs on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics rip apart Disney's latest remake starring Rachel Zegler despite early hype. Because, yeah, just simply comparing and contrasting it with all of the social media hypes going, oh, actually, chuds, it's pretty fucking good. But then when people have the opportunity to see it, they're like, why are you critiquing a kid's film? Oh, I don't know, because kids' films are fundamental to the love of stories, okay? Everybody has their favorite Disney film. And do we have to tap the sign, okay, that kids deserve good content as well? So no, I know that the film's not made for me, but I can assess a turd whether or not I laid it. So shelve your identitarity and politic bullshit. Let's all laugh at the bad movie. With Snow White, shill brigade isn't going to like this. Disney's Snow White remake splatted onto Rotten Tomatoes today, and the results were far less flattering than the glowing social media reviews just a couple of days ago. The embargo is lifted and the truth is finally out. Disney's Snow White live action has officially earned a rotten rating. Not just a rotten rating, a really, really rotten rating. It's 46% right now at time of recording. It was 49 when the embargo dropped, and yeah, it's not getting better than that. Okay, sampling what the critics on Rotten Tomatoes have to say. We looked at some of them. I had high hopes for Snow White, according to Odie Henderson of Boston Globe, and it would make me happy. Instead, his dopey remake made me feel sleepy and grumpy. God, I hate old media hack sites. The Nerdist, okay, with an uneven combination of forgettable music, bland choreography, and few genuine laughs, Snow White fails to find and maintaining its footing. Tocio.net is a film that tries very hard to not take risks or even acknowledge that risks exist. Yo! The result is a hodgepodge of awful CGI, contrived new songs, and a story full of plot and lacking in substance. And yeah, I heard some of the plot beats, and bro, this shit sounds stupid, okay? If you're gonna be ripping off American Pie and making apple pies central to your plot, I mean, you'd kind of lost it a long time ago. But okay, yeah, even positive ratings are barely positive. We looked at that stuff. So yeah, it's not being reviewed very well. Okay, and the projections are definitely going down, but you bigots, you obviously, you don't know how well the movie's gonna resonate with audience. People aren't as plugged in as you internet people, so okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's run it back. Something we were looking at the beginning of the week when everybody was screenshotting their local cinema and going, nobody's buying tickets for this shit. Okay, and I was trying to be fair to this by going, okay, here, we'll take a look at my local cinema and go, nobody's really excited about this. But as we get closer to the day, okay, after we get through preview day and as it was being pushed, it's, hey, man, come check out Snow White March 21st. Okay, that's when it's going to be in theaters. Okay, so that's the most likely date for everybody to go out there and, see the film on release date. So yeah, I pulled up my local theater, and like I've said before, okay, it's a pretty good cross-section of normies. It's got a good wide audience. It's the Grand Prairie is the biggest city in the north, full stop. Not just Alberta, not just Canada, but just in the north, full stop. Okay, a service area of 100,000 people, a city of 65,000 people. It's legitimately that place that you can go ahead where you got a bunch of people coming in, and yeah, it's not a leftist hug box, a big coastal city, it's not the conservative bastion it once was. So it's a pretty milquetoast down the middle on a bunch of things, and yeah, this shit ain't hitting, because guess what? Hasn't moved at all whatsoever on the 405 show. The 435 show is a little bit better, but going forward from here, bro, it's dire. 7 o'clock show, not even half full. 7:30 show, the third full at best. Okay, if you just crane your neck to the side, actually, that looks like a quarter full now that I just look at it again. 2 seats sold at the 20 to 10 show, and this one right here, wide open. I could go out there. I could go right now, okay? And tomorrow night, okay? Well, tomorrow at time of recording, tonight at, time that you guys are seeing this in a few hours, I could go down there and have the entire theater to myself on Friday. But what about Saturday? Saturday's when your family, most likely when families are going to go check it out, right? But you got 2 people at the 11:35 showing? What about at the noon showing? Oh, okay, cool. You got a family in the back row. And that same couple in the middle, apparently. Okay, just can't get enough of that. Oh, you got a family in the middle and 2 in the back at 2. Okay, what about 2:30? A wide open theater. So 5 o'clock. 10 after 5, 7:30 looking any better than that? Oh no, 7:30. Hey, you got 6 tickets from 6 tickets sold after 2:30 in the afternoon on fucking Saturday. Guys, this is going to be bad. You think the $40 million projection is awful? I think when everything's all said and done, and if Disney isn't cooking the books, this is going to be a catastrophic failure. Like, we've anticipated this being bad for a while. I think it could even be worse than that. So, with all that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.